Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rensselaer in the 1011 Hour streaming studio Friday afternoon, and want to get people ready for a possible show as we head Friday night and into early Saturday. The Space Weather Prediction Center has issued a G4 severe geomagnetic watch for Friday night and into Saturday. And this is interesting. Again, the Space Weather Prediction Center has a scale, G1 through G5, for its geomagnetic storms, and a G4 watch hasn't been issued since January of 2005. So this is a rather unusual event that we have happening, and it means that we could see some disruptions in things like satellites and GPS and some radio communications and things like that. But what it also means is that we're going to potentially see a chance to see the northern lights and pretty far south. Again, much further south than we normally would. Again, G1 or G2 or G3 storms, we might see a very dim view of the northern lights in Nebraska, and generally that's if you take a long exposure photo, but we may see an even better chance than that as we head late tonight into the overnight hours into very early on Saturday morning. And so, again, also just want to preface this with saying that not everyone will likely be able to see the northern lights, and again, we have to have a lot of things kind of line up in terms of the storm arriving at the right time. Needs to be dark outside, and so we kind of need this confluence of events to happen, and it may not happen. Again, aurora forecasting can be very tricky, but again, if you are going to get out tonight and maybe try and get a view, I think conditions are going to be fairly ideal. So again, some tips for viewing the northern lights. Obviously, you want to get away from the city lights and look along the northern horizon. Give your eyes time to adjust to the darkness. If you're going to try and take pictures, again, take long exposure photos. Those long exposure photos may reveal even more colors and some cooler structures within the northern lights. And just remember to be patient. Again, like I said, aurora forecasting is difficult, may not happen at the exact right time. Again, that solar storm could arrive maybe a few hours earlier or later from that forecast window. And so, again, just remember to be patient. And so the best time to look is going to be late tonight through early Saturday morning. As again, we could see those northern lights as far south as potentially Alabama into northern California. This is the Space Weather Predictions Center's aurora visibility forecast, and again, you can see quite a swath of the northern latitudes have a pretty good chance of seeing the northern lights. And so the best case scenario, I think, for us, again, this is best case scenario, is we would have a good chance for viewing across much of the state. Northern plains may be able to see the northern lights just directly overhead. Don't think we'll get that. Again, you'll need to look on the horizon to potentially see the northern lights, but that's the best case scenario if we can get this confluence of events to come together how we would need them. And again, conditions for viewing should be pretty good. Again, as we're not expecting much in the way of any cloud cover as we head through the overnight hours. This is Saturday at 2 a.m., and we're looking at mainly clear skies across the entirety of the state, and temperatures shouldn't be too bad either. Again, dropping likely down into the mid-upper 40s as we head through the overnight hours, and then again, as we head towards sunrise Saturday morning, mainly clear skies. So again, if you want to venture out tonight to potentially get a view of the northern lights, tonight could be a good night for it. Again, not everyone is going to be able to see it, and it's no guarantee that it's necessarily going to happen, but our chances for seeing them are much higher than they normally are. So again, what I would recommend, the Space Weather Prediction Center has some great tools to keep up with kind of the latest. So if you check out their webpage or even their X account, they usually put out some good resources there. And again, as always, keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for all of the latest when it comes to your weather. Again, when it comes to the auroras, again, you'll have to give us a little bit of grace on the auroras. But again, may see a good show tonight. So just wanted to give people all the information. So appreciate everyone for watching, and hope everyone gets out and gets a chance to see it.